Good morning. It's 8:47 a.m. American Eastern Standard Time, and it's the day after Christmas. I, I posted about Christmas yesterday and my thoughts about it and how I feel about it and why I celebrate just the Christ-centered or Messiah-centered version of Christmas. Today, a different note. I had a dream, and the dream inspired me to wake up and spit some real stuff. I'm angry. I wasn't angry in my whole 15 to 20-year profession as an educator in different circles. I was not upset that the children, um, I wasn't upset on the classroom side of things. I found myself always upset with the leadership, um, the mentality of what they believed about why the kids weren't doing well, and what they believed would help the kids to do well. And around the time, I was always priding myself as a diversity coach, not just because I have black skin, uh, diversity in socioeconomic status, diversity in just simple interests. I'm a tech geek, um, and how that was causing division between someone who felt, oh, well, they were more traditional and technology wouldn't help the classroom. I'm like, why are you? Um, the list of sorry, slowing it down. The list of divisions and dichotomy could go on and on and on. And I was always upset with, why does someone else think that only their way works? And I'm now 34. Been teaching since I was about 8 myself. I started my own tutoring practice when I was a kid. And I didn't understand why I was able to teach at 8, 9, 10. It didn't make sense. While I was able to chew and digest what the teacher was saying, find my way through the lies, score high on their tests, or develop strategies to um, accommodate for why other kids weren't breaking their own ceilings and pushing from the B or the C to the so called A, which I believe is outstanding, or you're showing mastery, no, sorry, advanced level skills. It just didn't make a lot of sense. So I'm saying all of this to say, and this is where now my 30s, late 30s, 2 children in, because my children also will go to school one day or also have to be under a tutor. Okay. Why I understand Aristotle, why I am a fan of mentorship and the Socratic method, uh, be it, albeit its origination in the Greek or Carthaginian schools, style schools, the Egyptian schools, the African centered universities, which came first. I am upset. I don't understand. And so I made a forum for people to send questions that they might have about what happens behind the scenes. Do I want to share? Do I want to divulge? Yes, I do. Okay. I have been at places where even if children had special needs, they could have on a hearing aid, and teachers would not look at it as an auditory issue. And now your child is being dealt with as though they're slow in academic um, in academics, and that's not true. The fact that you couldn't hear and the fact that now you have assistive technology that allows you to hear what the teacher's saying means now you're ready to compete with everybody. It just was crazy. Just to discuss the level of things that I saw and things that took place. It was absurd. So here is my series. I'm also typing out my teacher secrets, and it's just amazing. I had to put it somewhere, and I'm upset. I was working on this, reading this article on immigration. I'm looking for it now. Immigration and learning, and how America deals with that. How do we deal with the fact that most of us, many of us, in another, it's not fair to use our skin tone to be an automatic red flag of, okay, now check and see if they were born here or their families were born somewhere else and then they immigrated. All these issues. It's too much. It's sad. And I was reading an article. I guess it was developed by a husband and wife team, both immigrants, one from France, one from, I forgot what nation. It was not Mexico. I think it was Mexico. Anyway, because I don't make up words. I think it was Mexico. What the challenges are when you're teaching kids with all types of diversity. What do we do? Fuck, you hire a diverse staff and you don't exclude any. So you don't exclude the female voice, you don't exclude the middle class voice, you don't exclude the overcomer voice, I'll say that gently, for the poorer one who has now gone through many channels to finally earn a degree and now is coming back to give. You don't exclude. You bring the round table and we talk. What's the think tank? So this is why I'm upset. I'm upset because I just thought I was just an in-class teacher, even though I've trained many in the secular and religious worlds. It just never dawned on me like, listen, this is a field in and of itself. And there's a learning process in adult education. There's something here. I just thought, hey, I'll just find the right overhead who has the same mentality and I'll work with them. And now I'm like, it's that overhead is minority. It's in the minority. To talk about what I'm talking about, there is a minority. It doesn't exist if it does. And if it is strong, then it's strong in a state. So it's regionally secluded. So now I want to teach in New Jersey. I want to teach in Connecticut. Who do I align myself with? What leadership is diverse enough? I can handle diversity issues enough to take my application, understand what it's saying, or understand my resume and all that I bring to the table and say, we want her. Yeah, that's a tough call. And so I'm back here at square zero because I was fired. Just being diverse, just, days that I come in, now I know if you're going to go in for education, you need to look like a teacher. You need to have straight hair. It just still, stereotypes are still freaking there. Okay. I'm not going to change my nose. Okay. I have an African nose. And I say that to say when they took us to the P.T. Barnum Museum, which was also my job, the woman said, and here are your noses. So there were red noses for clowns. And I watched the staff, everybody was quickly put on their noses. And the one African American woman who had a slightly, or no, majorly smaller, more European centered nose than my own, she puts hers on and everyone's looking at me. And I said, guys, I love clowns. Gotta, you have to sandwich it. I love um, the funniness of a clown. But that red nose, the joke is on you and it's on me. It's not gonna fit on me. And so there was a black guy, African American black from the South, transmuted or migrated to the North. So, he's like, oh, Vivian, don't say that it's gonna fit. And I said, you put yours on first, then I'll put on mine. And he puts on or attempts to put on his nose. and it wouldn't fit. Like it just would get stuck right here. And I said, I told you, you guys don't like me being right. I get it. Um, I don't have to announce when I'm right. I just the reason why I'm not uh, what you call participating. I said I'm participating. It doesn't fit for me. And so, everyone, we took a picture as a team. So everyone's with their noses, and I'm just holding mine like this, and I'm like, cheese, to just show them that I still want to be a part of the educator family. And now I fucking regret that. I don't want to be a part of your family. I don't want to be a part of if you are not able to say, you know what, my bad, we were wrong. We didn't account for the fact that when these things were designed, it was just designed for a particular appendage and not to offend because they don't want to offend me. But when I brought it up, and I brought it up, and because I'm a comedian first, jokingly, like, listen, yo, that's not gonna fit. So, boom, how about I'll pinch my nose and do it instead of us laughing about it and saying, you know what, Vivian's right. They, what was that, drew in, and now they were afraid. They were afraid to be around me. They were afraid to bring up topics around me. I remember them, if they were saying would say something to go, Vivian, I said, honey, I'm not that black woman. I'm not about to cuss you and bust you down. Um, I'm in this field because I love it. I respect it. I respect everybody in here who's getting sleepless nights creating papers and figuring out how to work with a class that has kids on a first grade level. If this is even accurate, because that field is not diverse enough, so I don't even know if I can judge the statistics. But based off of these standardized tests, how am I now going to help a class where this class is scoring first grade level all the way up to 12th grade level? How am I going to do that? And if I'm going to do that, what are the strategies, and are there proven best practices that work with that group? It's so much crap. I just said, F it, I'm just going to work on my own. I'm going to continue to open my education center because in America, they are still teaching to the mainstream. In America, they are still hiring to the mainstream. And that could be in books, that could be in the technology, because when we get games, that has to go through a vetting process. And if they're not diverse enough concepts and voices and images for the children, they're still being segregated and it's still not working. So now how does an educator get all of those mixed pieces, all those failed pieces together to meet the class needs? That's the brilliance of it all. When you have somebody like that on your team who is in happiness and cheer, laughing at the challenges in a sense of respecting that there is one first, laughing and saying, it's doable. I'm not intimidated. It's doable. I'm not intimidated. Not laughing at your kid, because that's the other side. That's the secret. If your child or if your issue poses a challenge, they're not laughing at the challenge and stepping up to the challenge. They're laughing and labeling your kid. And then as the parent, you could come from a traditional heterosexual marriage and home. You come from a traditional blended family, or the more modern blended family, and come from two moms or two dads. They're laughing at your circumstance and they're laughing at you. That's the behind the scenes. Someone's put your letters that you send to the principal, to the head of schools, because that's what I learned from this school. They're laughing at you and they're mocking those letters and they're putting it somewhere in another category, and they're saying, this person's aggressive and we don't know why they're asking us all these questions. We're not legally obligated to respond to you. Sad, right? Very sad. So those are my morning anger points. Those are my morning, what the fuck is going on with American education points. Those are the reasons why I created the Lewis Learning System. Those are the reasons why I come in and I train districts. And those are the reasons why people are looking for other people on my team and I to come in and bust the walls down if you really want to outscore the other nations in education. Just is like I'm talking to Arnie Duncan. I'm talking to our President, lovely Obama, and President First Lady Obama. You need help. You are in a crisis, and this starts with the secrets behind the scenes that they're not going to type up and put in their publications. You're going to need the sidebar celebrity education bloggers, us carrying the messages, those of us who are already living with no money. We are the voices of the poor because they want us poor ourselves. This whole 99% to the 1% in education is sick. It really is. And I've had enough. I have had enough. And so, if anybody's listening, if anybody understands, if anybody has questions, please reach out. And if anyone can help me also push the trainings that I offer, or I don't know, where am I going to work? I have two children. I just had two children. I thought the dream was you become a teacher, and teachers, because we're like soldiers in one vein, we are on the front line in the fucking classroom every day dealing with stuff that cops should, so that they don't have to go down the prison pipeline. We are policing first the minds of the children. If you know anyone looking for an educator like myself, please reach out. You could post what's that? Emails at the bottom. I'm a learning management specialist at the same time engineering technology. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's education technology, instructional technology. Sorry, not engineering technology. Those are my fields. Those are my first loves. I was on that curve 10 to 20 years before it even came. I was creating things as a child to solve these type of issues before there even was an industry for it, before there was an industry need, and now there's an industry need, and now you're telling me I need to have particular degrees in it to tell you that I can do it, instead of putting me in a computer in a lab with the learning management software and seeing what I will develop for you. That's sick. I'm tired, I'm angry, I'm upset. No tears, no jest right now. I mean, I could turn this into a stand-up comedian segment, but I'm not. um, I see why I told my friends and family, I see why God is tougher on the leadership, because whatever you implement is going to impact the next 10, 20 years of learning and growing and the children that are coming next. So to the millennials, excuse me, I'm tired. I've been up all night. Sorry, I am tired. To the millennials, stay strong. And my dream is saying, stay strong in the sciences. If you're an educator, those of us who are educators with science technology backgrounds, let's unite. Let's change something. Please.